Yo, what up, y'all? You know what it is. It's the Dearly Deep and Hold the Throne podcast. Yeah, I'm back with another episode, day late. But I'm here now. So let's do this. Just wanted to start off by saying I started a new TikTok called Dearly Deep Talk. You know, you see, you feel the spin on talk. You know what I'm saying? TOK, but it's TALK. So look me up on TikTok, Dearly Deep Talk. And of course, it's about relationships and love and all of that good, fun stuff. So, I'm trying to get a viral video in, about a month. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that I can make that happen. So that's what I'm working on. Um, what else? What else? Um, this week has been a little tough for some reason. I've been cool for the most part, but it's supposed to get easier after a real breakup, but for some reason it's just seems like it's getting harder. um so on the TikTok page, I've been touching on like a few things, few videos, just talking about the week and stuff like that. But this time I really just kind of want to read something, um and I'll probably not only read, I'll probably comment on it. A lot of times, well, when I first started doing the podcast, I wasn't really doing notes. I was just jumping right in. I would get a topic and I would just jump right in. Then I started like taking notes, about stuff I want to talk about throughout the week, and that was very helpful. So this time I just really started writing down notes, and it just turned into like more of like a speech almost, not like a preaching speech or anything like that, just like a straight up like a letter. So I'm going to skip to the end, not the end, but I'm going to skip to the newest note and then I'm going to go back. So I'll just start. One person was good, another person was good. Those two meet and become happy and great. One person meets a new person and leaves someone alone to be sad, and they meet a new person to be happy with, and the person they left is still sad and alone. All is fair in love. Now I will get to what my notes are. My plan was really to stay away from social media. I felt like social media was not doing me a good service at all. And, I didn't really see the point of it. Like, I'm the type that I do post a lot. I do the selfies, I do the funny memes, do all the weird stuff, I do the relationship stuff. But I wasn't getting a lot of engagement. And I was like, what's the point? So I was like, I'm not gonna use social media until I'm actually, till I actually have something to promote. So I released two songs, one of which the ex actually helped me write, which that kind of sucked because she actually wrote a really good song and we weren't able to celebrate it at all. But anyway, so I started getting back on there, and you kind of get sucked in. You kind of get sucked back into social media and looking at posts and taking in other people's lives and stuff like that. And it's whatever, it is what it is. No big deal, but well, kind of is a big deal because you start seeing things that you were trying to stay away from. And me, honestly, I just wanted to be by myself. I just wanted to chill, wanted to be by myself and get over this situation the best way I could. But getting back to the podcast and creating videos and stuff like that, it brings you back and people bring you back. You might get a call from someone that says, hey, haven't heard from you, are you good? So you start making your presence felt again. But I will say, social media does not help, but I am using it to promote my podcast and the new TikToks and stuff like that. um I truthfully would rather just chill, and figure out how to way to get paid without having to show my presence on social media. But that's really really tough when you're really trying to be in this game. um I just still can't stand seeing like couples happy while I'm broken. That's just the truth. And it's not that I hate it or I'm hating, it just reminds me of what I lost, my future. I wake up sad and go to sleep sad. The middle of the day is easier because I'm busy, I'm doing things like I'm working, I'm, chilling, I'm, taking breaks, I'm maybe watching something while I'm working or listening to music, stuff like that. I still got stuff to do. So, my mind is away. I'm texting, certain people, friends or whatever, stuff like that. Or you might get a random DM, so it's okay. It doesn't hurt as much during the day. Um, but also sometimes it's kind of fake. If people hit me up, I don't really want to talk sometimes, but sometimes it does really help. So I've said it before, this doesn't get easy. You just forget sometimes and anything can trigger you. Me, it's all trauma. Like I would just be completely honest. I was grocery shopping the other day and I just saw a couple, just walking around, just throwing stuff in the shopping cart. And I was just like, wow, like really? Like what did I do? What did I really do? And the truth is, I can answer the question, you can answer it too. I didn't do anything. You know what I mean? That's the thing. That's what is um, very helpful and supportive from friends and family is the fact that I didn't do anything. Like I wasn't like abusive or I didn't argue or, I wasn't controlling. I wasn't manipulative. I wasn't a jerk in that relationship. Um, but it still just makes you feel like was it something I did or could I have done more? And I mean, probably it's nothing. You really can't do anything more when someone, says they don't want to be with you anymore. They've already made up their mind. You know what I mean? Like they've already made up their mind. So you crying, begging, writing messages, it's not gonna do anything. It's just gonna make them continuously, if anything, they'll just feel sorry for you. And if they do come back, that is you manipulating them. So there's really not nothing you can do. You really just got to go through it. um so I wrote, I don't even think I'm actually dealing with any of this. I'm just living and doing whatever makes me happy in the moment, but sometimes I don't even want to be happy. Now that's wild, right? It's like the happiness that comes isn't the happy that I'm looking for. The happy that I'm looking for is, it's not coming from myself because I fully believe in that. I believe that happiness should come from inside. That's where my happiness is coming from. It's coming from me, still rocking and doing what I love to do and, hanging out and, just whatever it is, hobbies, music, TV, writing, doing all of that. I'm going to be working on another song really soon. Um, but I want the happiness to come from her. So, you know, that's what I mean when I say sometimes I don't even want to be happy. Of course, I want to be happy all the time, but it's just like it's not even that it's not enough. It's just that I just want a different source. It's just like sometimes you want Burger King, sometimes you want McDonald's, sometimes you want Five Guys, sometimes you want Habit. Right now, I want her. So that would make me happy. Sometimes I want to feel it and cry, like, and I will say, I haven't just did like a breakdown. Honestly, I don't even, honestly, maybe I did. Maybe I have I've definitely shed a few tears, but not like a full on just, I'm crying, going through it or whatever. But, I kind of want to feel that sometimes. But I'm so thankful that I'm not an addict and I'm not turning to drugs and alcohol for temporary peace. That would be bad, right? You know, because the point is when you lose someone, you want to fill that void, and that's what, I'm not trying to just fill the void with anything else. And I'm also not an addict, so I'm not looking towards anything else, whether it's drugs, alcohol, or another person. That don't work. I will touch on that briefly. uh you think messing around with somebody will get your mind off of it, or you'll just be doing something just to have some fun real quick. Afterwards, it just feels horrible. Like it just feels like a waste of time. It feels like you put your life and your mental health at risk. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's really not worth it. Um, I mean, a recent situation, someone got me so annoyed. They said that we shared a song together, and that just made me like disgusted because it just showed I don't even know how to say it, like I don't want to call anybody crazy, but it was like I wanted to be like, "Are you joking right now?" Anyway, but with that said, nothing's really working towards a permanent fix. and my denial appears stronger than ever most of the times. I sit up or sit around telling myself that she made a mistake and she's coming back. I tell myself if I leave the room or take a shower, when I come back, my phone will have a missed call or a text from her. I tell myself this Sunday will be the day she contacts me. I pray for that. I wish on 11/11 and stars like when I was a kid that she would come back. I tell myself she's playing that playlist I made her and that she's thinking about me and fighting the real urge to hit me up. I tell myself when she comes back, we will talk and have a secret relationship and get married in secret. See, that's what I mean. Like, I'm wilding. None of this helps. It's temporary. Because every day it doesn't happen. It hurts more, and yet I create a new delusion and say it didn't happen yet, but it will. I shouldn't even be writing this. So these are just part of, this is just part of what happens when, you're going through a breakup, and to be completely honest, like this could be happening for both sides, but you don't know what's happening on the other side. Even if that person really said they were done with you, I don't think that it's just that easy for them unless you were really dealing with a psychopath, sociopath. I think that person kind of goes through it too, but they have a new source of happiness, so they can deal with it a little bit easier. Um, but when you're the rejected person, it's like you kind of have to, you got to just really go through it alone. Like I said, like friends and family and stuff like that, they can talk to you, but they even if they were there, you'll zone out and be back in that space by yourself because no matter how many people you're around, you will feel that pain be- of not having that person that you really want. And again, maybe you're stronger than me. I don't know. I've known people that got into relationships and broke up and they just move on to the next person, in a month. That's not me. And maybe that has a lot to do with how long the relationship was as well. But it's definitely hard for me to just be like, all right, I'm good now. And again, like I said, maybe that's not even what I want. Maybe I don't even want to just be good. Maybe I want to go through this, not because I want to punish myself, but I want to feel all of the feelings. I want to go through it because I believe I have to go through it so that I don't miss a step in my process and in my healing. Um, so that's really what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to just have this be a part of my daily life until it's not. Um, Somebody told me, you'll eventually get over it. You're right. Yeah, but that could take years. I'm not going to just wake up one day. Well, I am going to wake up one day and it's not going to bother me, but that one day is not going to be like anytime soon. You know, it's going to be something that I just have to feel. I'm going to have to feel it. So, pretty much with that said, I read you, what I wrote. I could have probably broke it down a little bit more, but it's just my truth right now. So sorry for the short episode. I hope it was still impactful. Hopefully, I can come with something else this week. But I mean, truthfully, I'm not really right now. I'm not really like sad. Like I said, that kind of happens like in the morning when you realize that person's not there and they're not gonna be there, and then it happens like at night. There are like at night I do kind of like if I'm not like super tired and just pass out, a lot of times I will just, sit and think. And that's when it just gets really, really bad. When you're just thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking all of the possibilities, what you could have said, what you didn't do, um, what's going on, the what ifs really creep in really tough. But, you end up going to sleep, you have a good dream or a bad one, and then you wake up and you kind of go through that process, but then you got to go on with life. That's pretty much all you can really do is go on with life. Like life is amazing regardless of, the hardships that you may be having. Um, you know, somebody else told me that they were stressing about something, and my advice to them was you got to start planning things ahead. Give yourself something to, look forward to. And for me, I don't have a lot to look forward to, but I have a concert coming up in August that I really want to go to, Coheed and Cambria. You know what it is. My son's birthday. And also I plan on planning a trip to Hogwarts, Universal Studios. So you just kind of have to come up with things. And again, you guys know I love TV, so every week I'm looking forward to watching The Flash. I'm looking forward to watching the new Marvel show, and especially now Atlanta that we talked about last week. Um, and even Doctor Strange. So even if it's something silly, trivial, whatever, I'm about to be 41 in a few months now. It's crazy how quick that went by, but like that's something to look forward to. So, if you can't find happiness in the moment, find happiness in the fact that you have some happiness coming down the road. Don't give up, you know what I'm saying? So just keep on going. Um yeah. So, I mean, I guess I could keep going. I could talk about, I don't know if y'all be liking this, but Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was really good. Went for a birthday. Uh And then guess what? I finally went and saw Uncharted on Sunday by myself because I really love the video game and I was really waiting for it. But I would have to give it a B minus. Got to give it a B minus just because although it was a good movie, it seemed like it was lacking a budget, which is really strange because there was like no special effects in the movie. I mean, no like, colors and flashes and stuff like that. Um, no CGI, no nothing. It was just very straightforward. They focused more on, I would say, the adventure side of the video games rather than the shooting and stuff like that. They focused on like the mystery and solving puzzles and stuff like that. I mean, there was a scene where in the beginning he kind of pickpockets a random person, but she seemed like she was going to be a part of the story. So that was like you made her like what, whatever. So I'll give it a B minus because it was still a fun ride. Like it was, I still enjoyed it a lot. Um, yeah, so I don't know. That's pretty much all I got now. But again, if you want to continue the conversation, you can hit me up on the new Daily Deep Talk TikTok. Also Instagram. I also have Daily Deep Pod. So it's daily_deep_pod. I'm pretty sure if you just type in Daily Deep Pod, it'll come up. And again, wherever you are viewing this from, this is live, so you can write a comment somewhere and it'll come up. I don't have my Twitch open right now, so I don't know exactly how that works, but YouTube and everything else should be up there, and Facebook, uh, and Twitter too. So yeah, this is Dearly Deep and Hold the Throne. And let's get more views. Like share the podcast. If you're watching this, just share the podcast, like with one or two people. Share it to your whole feed. My numbers last week were really, really low, like the lowest I think I've ever seen. So let's change that this week. All right, that's all I got for you. Peace out.